What's up? You guys are watching Just the Tip. Today I want to talk about how annoying it is that people get offended so easily by everything and by the dumbest stuff too. I mean, perfect examples of this is like TV shows. I mean, let's be honest, there are no good like TV comedies anymore. Because most shows that are made now are either like super woke, and so nobody watches them because they're not funny, so they go off the air after, a few seasons, or ones that actually are funny, that kind of push the boundaries, they get canceled right away because they're pushing the boundaries and people get so offended so easily. Perfect example, greatest show ever made, The Office. I think we can all agree with that. I mean, if you can't, I don't know, you should probably just stop watching this video. They say stuff on there that you couldn't say on TV today. Steve Carell even just recently said that The Office couldn't be made today because of today's culture, right? I mean, the perfect example of this is in one of the episodes, he makes a joke saying, "Oscar, you're gay, boom, roasted." That would not fly on TV now, which is so stupid. He's not, like, the show isn't making fun of gay people, it's just a joke, right? They're not trying to offend homosexuals, okay? It was a joke. And they make jokes like that all the time on The Office. Michael, it's always Michael Scott, right? He'll make gay jokes all the time, or be homophobic, or he'll, bring up like black stereotypes around Daryl and Stanley. Those jokes are funny. Stereotypes are hilarious, right? And they're not meant to be taken seriously. Nobody actually takes these stereotypes as seriously, especially when you're watching a comedy. Now, if you're watching a drama, okay, I might get that. Or a documentary, obviously you get that. But this is a comedy. It's not meant to be taken seriously, right? But again, that wouldn't be on TV now. And it's so stupid because any shows that tried to do that would get canceled immediately. Because there'd be outrage over the simplest little racist joke. I don't get why we can't go back to the whole sticks and stones will break your bones, but names will never hurt you. That's what I learned when I was a kid. And it's like, did people not learn that? I feel like it's mostly millennials, people that are my generation. They don't realize that you really should not get offended by words. It makes no sense. Like, unless someone's physically beating you, just move on, right? Don't let a joke get to you, especially when it's not directed at you. Okay? It's a damn joke. Another example. I was watching King of the Hill the other day, and I've never watched this show before. So I started watching on Hulu. And I think in like the third or fourth episode, there's this Asian family moves to town. And King of the Hill is kind of based in, I think it's in Texas maybe, or something. And it's like kind of a redneck neighborhood in a way. So this Asian family moves to town, and they're all just standing there in the driveway, wondering like, I wonder if they're Chinese or Japanese, right? And so then they meet this Asian family, and they have them over for dinner or something, and they ask the guy of the family, the main character, he's just like, "So are you Chinese or are you Japanese?" Okay, obviously, kind of racist, right? But that's what's funny. And so then the Asian guy is just like, "No, I'm from Laos." And they're like, "What?" And he's like, "I'm Laotian from Laos." And then one of the guys is just like, "From what ocean?" And it's hilarious. Hold up. And so then, after he says, "No, I'm Laotian, I'm from Laos." Sorry, ignore my crappy Asian accent. I know, okay, don't be offended. And then the main character's just like, "So are you Chinese or are you Japanese?" And it just ends there. And it's so funny. And then the whole episode is about like different Asian stereotypes, right? Like, so they make jokes about how these people eat dogs. And it's hilarious. And yet this show would not be made today. And it's so stupid, right? I mean, there's some shows out there that still push the boundaries that have been around for a while. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is the perfect example of this. That show is the darkest humor ever. I mean, they make the most like racist jokes, gay jokes, any kind of offensive joke you can think of, they make it, okay? But that's because that show's been around for, 14 seasons or something like that. If that show was made today, it wouldn't last. It would get canceled after the first few episodes. And it's so stupid. I've been watching Seinfeld again, okay? And I loved watching that when I was a kid. And I never once thought it was like offensive by any means. It was just funny, okay? And now I'm watching it as an adult, and it's hilarious still. It holds up very well. And yet people hate Seinfeld now because it's too offensive. And I don't understand that, right? I'll watch Seinfeld, and like, I guess while I'm watching it now as an adult, I'm watching it, I'm like, yeah, I guess like with today's culture, they couldn't say that, right? They do things that are funny, that are stupid, that might be racist or sexist or homophobic, I don't know, but homophobic, but it's all meant to be taken as a joke. And honestly, in general, like, the funniest jokes are things that could be taken offensive, but really shouldn't be taken offensively, right? Comedy is meant to take you out of reality and push the boundaries, right? To make you laugh. And it's just like, I don't know. It blows my mind that comedians and people in general aren't supposed to make jokes like that anymore, because people get offended by every little thing, right? There's just this culture of like outrage and riots and cancel culture, and we can't have anything that could be offensive at all, which is just so stupid and so ignorant. Just get over yourself if you get offended by every little thing. People who make like racist jokes or offensive jokes or sexist jokes are hilarious too, right? I make those all the time, and I've got 3 sisters, and I'll make those jokes to my sisters all the time, and it's funny. Okay, I'm not like trying to be sexist. I'm not like legitimately saying that like females are worse than males. It's just jokes, right? All right, I know I'm making a joke. People who know me know I'm making a joke. Okay, I'm a very sarcastic person, right? That's why I started making these vlogs, because I make jokes about the dumbest things, right? I'll say things that could be offensive all the time, but people who know me know I'm not being offensive. They just know that I like to say stupid things that are funny, right? I will push the boundaries. So people who make those kind of jokes, they're not actually sexist or racist or whatever kind of ist you want to be. I don't know. I guess that's really all I wanted to say, is that it's just so annoying how easily people get offended, and how they get offended by every little thing. TV shows aren't good anymore because of that. You know, there's only a few shows that like are really actually good to watch, and none of them are ones that are like have been recently been made, right? All the shows that I watch are ones that are old and are no longer on TV, or It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And again, that's an old show that's just been on for a long time. Every once in a while, you know, a TV show will come out and it's pretty funny, but again, it pushes those boundaries like shows used to, and then it gets canceled because there's this outrage, right? And it just sucks that that's how TV shows are now, that they all suck. You know, I don't know. I wish we could go back to even just like 5-6 years ago, before this whole like outrage culture started. I guess my tip of the day is stop getting offended. That's my whole point in this video. Stop getting offended. Just move on. Sticks and stones will break your bones. Okay? But names will never hurt you. Right? Jokes can't hurt you. Okay? If you get offended by jokes, you're being a little bitch. And stop being a little bitch. So, once again, I'm Andrew. You've been watching Just the Tip. If you know people, which I'm sure you do, who get offended by every little thing, send them this video and tell them to watch the whole thing, because they are the ones that are ruining TV and making it so we have to binge watch The Office over and over again on repeat, because every other show today sucks ass. All right, I want good shows to binge. I want to be able to watch shows that are made today, but I can't because they all suck. All right? I don't want to have to just watch The Office over and over and over again, especially because The Office is being taken off of Netflix, and that sucks. That's like a dagger to the heart right there, that The Office is being taken off of Netflix. What the hell am I supposed to binge now? Okay? Because there's no other good shows out there.